Next question is, we do know that not a lot of people do go to therapy in India, and it's for like a lot of reasons, and so that's what we're going to find out. So, what are some reasons why people don't go to therapy? Is that okay?
I can start. So many reasons. Financial reasons, I'm going to list that one first because therapy can be really expensive because almost every profession that requires like many degrees to start working in, you tend to need to pay higher for those services. And people who are therapists often they complete a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, maybe a PhD, but at least a master's degree, right? So um, therapy is expensive, and not a lot of people have the money to afford that. So then they just try to deal with whatever issues they're having in a more home remedy kind of way, where it's like just think differently or try this thing, avoid this situation, maybe ineffective solutions. So money, stigma that if you're going to therapy, something is innately wrong with you, even though you can be a perfectly fine human who's just trying to address problems that are hindering your growth. And honestly, the very people criticizing you might be experiencing problems of their own, but they don't know that therapy is a way they can solve them, or they don't recognize them as problems. So the stigma that something's wrong with you is a reason why people don't go to therapy. The word has that stigma. So I'll leave it with that for now.
Okay. Yeah, money and stigma, both are very big reasons. As for the money, I actually looked it up, and on Times of India, in one of the articles, it said it's like between 500 to 5,000 per session, and one session would be around 45 minutes to 1 hour, and that is why the financial reasons is a big problem. Okay, Sia.
I think to add to like a co-factor about financial reasons, typically people who tend to be emotionally intelligent enough um, to have the capacities to be a therapist are perceived as in Indian society as people who are, generally intelligent and get dissuaded from their family by their families to, go into a field that they perceive as like low paying. So there's also a huge demand for therapists who can't only, because people, they like to go to a therapist who looks like them, talks like them, understands the culture that they're from. But there is a huge gap between the supply of therapists that a lot of people might relate to or speak in the languages that they would want them to, because it's only typically like a lot more privileged people who have the money to like not need to rely on therapy as a primary like profession, who are going into that field, and then to justify that they keep charging extra things, which is a weird vicious cycle. But yeah, I definitely agree with the financial part. Stigma, yes, I also think that a lot of people don't, it's called like family fragility, where if you tell your family that you need external support, they get defensive about it, and then they say, oh, it must be something that I did with my parenting, or we're not giving you something. And so that not only adds to the stigma of there's something wrong with you, but there's also something wrong with us because we weren't able to help you, and so people aren't able to go.
That is actually like a very important point. I didn't think of it, but and it's a great segue to say there is an existence of family therapy, couples therapy, as well as individual therapy. But yeah, Sia, do you have anything else to add? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, that was it.
Thank you for saying that,
Okay.
Thea, because you put words to something that I have seen a lot, family fragility. Just wanted to say that. Thanks.
I would also add to this list that sometimes people just tend to use their best friend or their family as a therapist. So they don't, since they have never gone to therapy, they don't know like what's the difference between just like telling their best friend everything versus telling a therapist something. And then it's also the fact that with a therapist, you have to build a new connection, build a new relation. Whereas with people they already know, they feel a bit safer. Um, and those could also be reasons as to why they don't go for therapy.
Thanks for watching. For more discussions, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Also, make sure to like and comment more topics that you'd like to see us discuss. We'll see you next time.